We did it real quick. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm actually really excited to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I love y'all so much.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. I love your energy, Dara. Anytime I see you like on TV, on literally off camera, you're doing interviews, it's just always just a vibe. So vibrant. Love
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I love it. I love it already. I love it.
Great. So I'm going to jump right into it. With everything going on, as a Black woman, we have seen some serious, uncomfortable discussing things on TV. How do you, as a Black young woman, feel like you are going to continue that fight? Because we always say Black lives is it's not a, how can I say, it's not a moment, it's a movement. So we're going to keep on going with it. And how do you feel you can continue to do that as a Black woman in Hollywood?
As a Black woman in Hollywood, I feel like one of my main goals is to create more spaces for Black women, because I feel like most times we look on TV, we're either playing a side character or we're never like the main role or the main focus in the scene or in the TV show. So when I, am able to make those connections, I want to create more TV shows, more books dedicated to natural hair and loving yourself, more movies and just bigger platforms, because I feel like that's another issue that we still are facing. We are not seeing enough of ourselves on TV or on billboards or in radio. Just we need to see more of ourselves, period.
Yeah, 100%. And I love that you said we don't get to see more, because I'm going to say representation matters. And I love that you wear your curls out. I love that it's just literally fully you. I love it. So my next question for you will be, someone, actually a fan, someone from my hometown asked, when it comes to sticking up for yourself as a young Black woman on set and in Hollywood, without trying to fit a stereotype, how do you conduct yourself?
Oh my goodness. It's actually it's super hard, because even on old projects I used to do that probably didn't make it to screen or anything, I would have moments where I would be like, I really want to say something because this was really offensive, but I also don't want to be the angry Black woman or whatever. And it's really hard that we have to be put in a box where if we share our opinions, we're filled to those stereotypes. So I'm just gonna say be yourself, because those stereotypes are always gonna be there, and they're always gonna, try to cater to you and be like, oh, well, now she's speaking up, so now she's fitting that stereotype. So I would just say be yourself, speak your mind, don't be afraid to speak your mind, and say something if something is wrong, because if it doesn't get checked, then people will still think that's okay.
100%. 100%. For you to play Courtney on the fact that you're a part of a major franchise, a Disney franchise, and I know, I think if I were you guys, I'd be a little scared of that overshadow of the original cast. But I love that this is such a different storyline. It makes you love High School Musical, the series, because it has an original line for it, How did that go for you? The audition process, what was that thought process like? Oh my God, I'm going to be a part of something with Disney.
I know. When I first saw it, I was so scared. I was like, they're remaking High School Musical? I don't know how I feel about this. But then I read into it and they were like, we're not remaking it, just so you know. Like, they clearly put it in the breakdown. They're like, this is not a remake. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. And I saw documentary style that the show would take place like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this has my attention. So I auditioned for the open call 4 years ago.
Oh.
When it was originally going to be a High School Musical 4, it was going to be like a continuation where we were the children or something. But like, I know, I was like, but Disney was like, we're not doing that. So they scrapped that and they decided to do the TV show. So I actually auditioned for every student character except for my own, because my character was only supposed to be in one episode.
Oh.
So once I auditioned for my character, my agent told me, they're like, no, this is only for one episode, but Courtney is so fun and we felt like it was you. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in. And it's so funny, like the sides weren't even like fully done or edited or anything like that. So I mostly improv'd, and then they let me read with Olivia, which, oh my gosh, she's so talented. Like,
the whole entire cast, you guys bring a fresh, raw talent. It's such different. I love it. So different. You guys connect really well.
Oh yeah, I was like, not everybody. Like before I went into it, I was like, now I know at least one person not gonna be able to keep up, and every single person on that cast is able to keep up. I mean, with the improv, with the dancing, with the singing, with the acting. I mean, it's just like, and the kindness, and everyone is so nice, and it's just I wasn't expecting that going in, so it was a pleasant surprise just being able to be with a group of people where we all have the same thought process and the same goals and the same, the same procedures as to being kind to everyone on set, including crew, background, everyone, dancers, everyone.
I love that. How did the character building go about for Crystal? I mean, for Crystal, right?
Courtney.
For Courtney. Sorry, guys. Don't kill me.
Okay.
For Courtney, how did that character building go if she was only supposed to be for one episode?
Well, it was like she already had a background story a little bit, but in season 1, that's probably why she didn't get, as big of a storyline as everyone else, because she wasn't as developed, because she was only supposed to be in one episode. So it's like, she was squeezing in scenes here and there. But season 2, I feel like her development has increased, and now we have a whole background as to why she acts the way she acts, because it was mostly just kind of developed on my mannerisms and a little bit of my actions and thought process. So season 2 is going to be bigger, and we're going to get more on season 2.
And I was going to ask about that. How does that work with production, with everything on a pause right now? Were you guys able to get a large chunk already filmed?
We were able to get some stuff filmed. However, we do have a lot to do. But yeah, and it's so funny because, we don't know what our characters are doing, because they never want to, they don't give us the scripts in advance so that our characters don't already know what we're doing in the future. So I really don't know what season 2 looks like after episode 2 or anything. So I'm really excited to get back and see what's cooking.
I don't blame you. So I call you a triple threat just because I see that you sing, you dance, you literally act. How did that come about? Where did you tie all of those? Was it starting as a child?
I actually, my mom and I opened a performing arts school in Baltimore. And my whole family is artists. My grandmother, who passed away, she was in a group called the Royalettes with all sisters. And I feel like my whole family is just somewhat in the arts. My mom's an actress, everybody just got a little dabble in something. So I was lucky enough to have great teachers in my family and continued in my school. And now here I'm continued to learning. I can't speak. I continue to learn.
Girl, I remember a name, and first I said the character. Later, we're both on another level. It's okay.
I know. I haven't been speaking to people a lot. I feel like I'm lost. I'm like, I haven't been talking enough.
Okay, so like I said before, you're so bubbly, and with everything going on, how do you remain so positive, even offset? What things or activities do you like to do?
Ooh, I'm starting to write music a lot, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm starting my own visual album a little bit. I'm kind of funding it because, balling on a budget.
Artists over here.
Period. Yes. So I'm really excited to show, what my thought process is when it comes to my music, because as people will see, it's a little different. It's not the same, because I don't really like to be put in a box oh, she's R&B, oh, she's hip hop, oh, I just want to dabble in everything right now while I'm not attached to anything. I'm just let's just do everything right now.
To see, because your voice is beautiful, and I could only imagine what you would do with videos and carrying your music over as an independent artist. I really see that. That goes into hobbies of what you've been doing into quarantine. Other than arts wise, is there anything else that you've been getting into?
Ooh, I've been taking classes online. I used to go to college, but I stopped, to film season 2. And also colleges are so expensive. I did not realize that.
Budget, girl.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. But I realized it was actually on, I forgot where I found this out. I think it was on Twitter, where like Harvard, Howard, Brown, a lot of them are having classes online for their students, but it's free for everyone. But a lot of people don't know that. So I've been starting to like take those classes on writing and this,
Ew.
and hopefully everything like, you know, stays in there when I go back to work.
I'm sure it will. You're a smart girl. So, what inspired you to, besides your family, get into acting? Like you knew that's what you wanted to do.
I guess what inspired me was whenever I saw the TV, I never really related to anyone on TV. Um, I only related to probably like one person, but out of like 50 shows. So I was just like, I want to create a space where kids that look like me can be like, oh my gosh, I relate to her. I do that, you know, where it's realistic and it's something like an image that people can relate to. So hopefully I'm able to do that, you know, or I am doing that. And hopefully in the future I can continue to do that while I create more open spaces by directing, writing, and all of that in the future, hopefully. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, and claim it. Have you ever had a moment so surreal like that where maybe a little girl who looks just like you has come up to you and is like, just Dara, I love you, or and how did that make you feel? And if not, do you hope to have moments like that?
Yes, I've had a couple moments like that, especially when I go back to Baltimore. All my students are like, Dara, we see you. Oh, I got Lisa Gardine. They like, Dara, we see you. And I'm like, I love y'all so much. Or like I'll be walking down, going to Mondawmin, and a lot of kids come up to me and be like, hey, good job. And I'm like, thank you.
I love that. What advice would you give to another young Black girl who wants to make it in the industry?
I would say, please keep going. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to question you and say you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not this size, or you're too small, you're too thick. It's going to be a lot of people that are going to make you doubt yourself and doubt your actions and doubt your mannerisms. Please do not listen to them. Please keep going. It's going to be a stepping stool, but once you hear that yes, it's going to be worth it. Just keep going and know that you're perfect the way you are, and you do not need to change yourself no matter what someone else says.
I love that. Beautiful, beautiful words. So how does the cast of High School Musical, the musical, the series, stay connected even though you guys right now are in quarantine? Because I feel that energy has to still stay connected so when you guys get back on set, you're ready.
Yes, yes. It's actually so funny. I just talked to Frankie. Frankie, Joe, and Julia yesterday. We were on like a FaceTime and we were like, how are y'all doing? How are you doing? How are you living? But all of us together, we all have these Zooms every I forgot what day, but every single day. Well, not every single day, but once a week. We have these where we all just check on each other and just make sure that everyone's holding up and everyone's just, you know, handling everything okay. And they're awesome people, and I'm really glad that, you know, they're so nice. Like, they're really nice. I love it.
So I don't know if it's just me, but for some reason, your character, Courtney, kind of reminds me of like Zendaya's character when she was in Step It Up. It's such a stick out role, I feel, and again, representation. So have you ever had anyone say that you remind them of anyone specifically from Disney or anyone in general within the industry?
Ooh, like me or like Courtney?
Either.
Ooh, I would say a lot of people, I don't know, actually. A lot, my image, a lot of people say I look like China Anne McClain, which I'm like, thank you so much. She is so beautiful. And for Courtney, a lot of people say that they remind her of Mercedes from Glee. And I was just like, oh, thank you, because Mercedes can sing. Every time I'm watching Glee, I'm like, Mercedes needs more solos. She needs more solos. Give Amber Riley more solos.
So that means we need to give Courtney more solos.
Yeah, I mean,
right? Okay.
I mean.
Honestly, and I want to say, everybody watching, thank you guys for not murdering me, because listen, I have not watched Disney. I've watched the High School Musical recently, but I said Step Up. I'm talking about Channing Tatum. They're like, you mean Shake It Up? Y'all got me. Y'all loyal. I appreciate this.
Damn.
So what is a training what is the training like on set for everybody? What are the hours? What are the dancing, the singing? What does that day look like, or even week?
Oh yeah, shout out to all the dancers, because I don't know how they do it. They be dancing every single day for hours on hours.
Wow.
We have dance classes where we sing and dance because most of our songs are performed live. So we have to get our breath control. We also have music lessons and piano lessons. It depends on the song. Like if you have to play the piano or if you have to sing, we always have like about 5 lessons before, just to make sure everything's right when we record live. And dancing hours, those hours are long.
But imagine.
But they're so much fun. Like it doesn't even seem like time is passing. Like also shout out to Zach, our choreographer, Zach and Alan. They are literally the sweetest people in the world. They don't get mad at me because I be messing up. They don't get mad at me when I mess up. They like take the time to explain everything, and it's never like a competitive type of environment. It's always loving, and it's always like, let's get this, we're gonna kill it. It's amazing. So if it's 10 hours, it doesn't feel like it, but sometimes it is 10 hours. No, I'm just kidding.
I could only imagine. I actually remember like growing up watching like some of the behind the scenes of the original one, and they used to be dancing for hours. So kudos to you for being a champ through that, and for such a young age too, you know, just dedicated.
Thank you so much.
Problem. So where do you see yourself next career-wise within the next 5 years?
Ooh, hopefully, right now I'm writing a novel, so I would love to get that made into a film. The novel is about, you know, me going through high school, transitioning from Baltimore to California. So I would love, 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 love for that to be interpreted into a film and maybe be on the big screen. I don't know. Hopefully.
I love that. And that's exactly another film where we needed representation. A beautiful Black girl striving and making it in Hollywood.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
Are welcome. You do a lot of writing. So you said you were writing a novel, you're writing music. Where is that another little magic spice that Dara has? Where did that stem from?
I guess just like I always have these like visions in my brain, and I'm just like, I want to put it on paper. I don't know. Also, my mom encourages me a lot. She's like, you know, because I always like to tell her stories. I'm like, Mom, you know what happened at me at school today? Da 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 da. And she was like, write it in your diary or write it down so you won't forget, so you can tell your future self. So I have all these like old writings of me like in high school, and I was like, this is a little bit of a weird experience. I don't think everyone's experienced the same thing I'm experiencing. So let me write it in a novel so everybody knows, you know, this stuff be happening. So
that's really cool. A really cool idea to think like to write something down so that your future self can look back at that. I like that. I was 4, but I've never really thought like, aha, future self. So where would you say the cast, how can I say? I say every cast has its high and low moments. So where do you see that your cast is strong, and where do you see your cast is probably not the best and still needs some work in?
Ooh, well, they're just a strong group of people all together. Just like in every form of the arts, like dancing, acting, singing, all of that. They're so strong. Weak, I don't know. I guess okay, this probably is not like considered weak or whatever, but we can never like pick a spot to like hang out at, or like we can never figure out
I like that one.
Yeah.
Very realistic.
Yeah. Other than that, like I don't see no weak spot. We also don't have the same interest in music. I mean, some people be putting on country, and
no, that dressing room could be very frustrating then. Like, oh, somebody pass me the aux.
Yes, somebody pass on the aux, and they be putting on some weird stuff, and I'm like, whoa, turn it off. Turn it
So I know that you were also in Freaky Friday. So yeah. Do a quick little thing. Choose between, I'm going to give you 2 people, and you choose who you would rather be.
Okay.
So if you had to choose between Teyana Taylor.
Oh, yes. Did you see her video where she was like, her body?
She's another one who's kind of like, I think, another triple threat person.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So Taylor or Summer Walker? Who would you with?
Ooh, Summer Walker be hitting me with the jams. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I can't even pick because like writing wise, I'm gonna have to say Summer Walker, but like,
I had that in my head. I'm like, that's probably more so up her alley with the creativity wise. I
mm-hmm.
get that. Okay.
A guitar. Ooh.
Which High School Musical, Frankie?
Frankie, I love him.
Or I'll just say Julie, right? Jules? Yeah. Which one would you switch with?
Ooh, oh my gosh. I love them both. I'm gonna say Frankie because Frankie be wildin'. Like his energy is just like all over the place, and I feel like that's more connected to my energy. But Julia is literally the sweetest person. She's like the mom of the group. Like she tells us, like, okay, we love you guys. Like keep lifting each other up. I love Julia so much.
Someone asked in here, do you guys plan for a season 3 of High School Musical?
That is that is above my pay grade. I want to see I definitely want a season 3. Hopefully we get one. Thank you, Lord Jesus. But that's above my pay grade. That's Disney Plus's. That's them.
But I would love to see them do too the same thing that they did with the old High School Musicals. You guys going on tours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really being out there and connecting. Because I have to say, you guys, as a show for Disney Plus, have grown tremendously. Have a huge fan base. How does that feel to have these amount of fans? To going from just having a regular life and then, bam, now you're Courtney.
I honestly, it still hasn't like resonated yet, but I'm just so grateful. I mean, the fans have been nothing but loyal and kind and sweet, and they have sent me so many messages through DMs and through messaging, and I just want to say thank you to all of them because the support is just, it's noticed, and I'm just so grateful for all of them. They're the sweetest people. They're also the most talented people. I be seeing all these covers of like Wondering and Born to Be Brave, and I'm like, how the heck are they not on the show? Like, I'm confused. They're just so good and just kind people, and I'm so glad that our fan base is just filled with kind people and talented people and amazing, and I just love y'all if y'all watch it.
I have to say, well, I think that when you have shows like High School Musical, the series, and you have shows like Glee, it brings out the people who feel suppressed, you know, or the people who feel like they're maybe nerdy or something. Because not musical theater is always the popular route. I did musical theater in high school. I did all the shows. That's my thing. I love Broadway musical theater. So I feel like you have movies or shows such as yours, it really brings out the people's true creativity. They feel like they have a home, a bond. So I just think that's why like a fan base like yours is so strong and very, very necessary.
I'm so happy. They're literally the sweetest people. Like, I just wish I could meet every single one of them and just be like, thank you. I love y'all. Y'all so talented. Ooh, they're just amazing people. I'm just so grateful.
So what is the hardest part about being you?
Ooh. I don't want it to get sad enough.
No, let's be real.
Yeah, I do still I still struggle with confident issues, and I do still feel insecure about, you know, a lot of things about myself, and I know I still need to work on that, and I do have very, very low days, but for the most part, I do have a good support system that helps me through everything. And yeah, I would say, you know, being a Black woman in America is not easy, especially being in the public eye where you have to hear a lot of racist stuff in, you know, in your messages, and also hearing people's judgments on you without having met you, you know, people talking about my weight, my hair, my complexion, just a lot of things. And I just want to say I'm grateful for my mom because she has got me through a lot of tough times, especially when the show first came out, and also just growing up in Baltimore, you know. But everything, you know, I don't want to get too sad, but
I think that that's very a conversation that's necessary, because even when you look in the comments, you saying it, people are like, "Oh my God, Dara!" Like, I think that people need to be aware that even someone like you know, who is on a great hit show, who's bubbly and all of that stuff, still deals with the real things that are going on in the world, still deals with their own personal issues. And like you said, you have family to lean on, which is always those ups and downs. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I even thank you for being raw and genuine and like honest to feel comfortable sharing those type of moments on this platform with me.
Thank you so much for allowing me to, because I'm really grateful. A lot of people don't really ask, how are you doing? So thank you.
Time. So how has life been for you, Dara, just as Dara, in quarantine?
Ooh, it's been, I would like to say I am, you know, grateful to be able to live with my mom. You know, I'm not slacking or anything, but
Girl, too.
so I have someone to talk to and everything. But it's been, you know, I've been learning more about the world, and I've been learning that a lot of issues are going on during this quarantine that a lot of people aren't talking about, especially in communities that aren't as fortunate to be, you know, in like Encino, California. So I just want to say, for me, I am privileged enough to be able to say I have a home and be able to say like I get to talk to my mom. But I do know that people out there are struggling, and I feel like we need to work together as, you know, a country to continue to uplift those communities that are getting overlooked.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yes. Do you have any future ideas or something you would bring to the table that you would want Courtney's character to be developed as?
Ooh. I would love to get, you know, more of a background as to, you know, her learning about her own activism and learning about the power in her voice. I would also just love to learn more about her as a person and express that vulnerability of her that wasn't really shown. I mean, it was a little bit, but wasn't really shown in season one. But I'm really excited to explore that vulnerability and the reasons why she feels as though, you know, she has to be perfect all the time, and she has to get straight A's, and she has to never make the wrong move, and, you know, all of that. So I'm really excited to see where they take Courtney.
Yeah. And I think it's even funny that because like you said, being a Black woman in America is not easy, and Courtney's role is not easy
Yeah.
because she wants to be on the straight and narrow. And imagine how we as Black women always feel, like having to be our best to be noticed. And speaking of notice, how did you get noticed and casted? I know you said you did it about 4 years ago, but how was that initial like, aha, we want Dara Reneé? Like, you were discovered.
Ooh, I would say it was at that open call. I was standing in a line, and it was like 1,000 people in the line, probably more. And everyone was performing, which I thought was so, I had just flew in from Baltimore like
Oh
that
my
day.
God.
I know. And everyone was like on their guitar, and they were like performing. And I was like, yo, we not in the room yet. What are y'all doing?
It's warming up.
Okay. But I wasn't like used to it or anything. And like, I remember I was in line, and everyone was naming their credits, and they're like, well, I was on this show and I was on that. And I was like, I auditioned for The Lion King and got rejected twice. So
Broadway.
yes, I auditioned for Broadway and got rejected.
Look at this. Look where you at. They couldn't get.
But yeah, I was too tall, but that's okay. I understand why they did it. I was going for a character that was like 9, and I was like 14 out here trying to stoop, you know, be shorter.
I feel you. Do you, what are some things you have in common with your character, Courtney, and what are some differences that you have with your character, Courtney?
Ooh, the things I have in common, I would say, is our sense of style. I'm really excited for everyone to see my season 2 outfits. I've been stuff about my season 1 outfits. Y'all are shady. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not your fault though. Tell them.
Shady boots, but I understand though, because most of the outfits were they were hiding my figure, but you know, it is what it is. But season 2, the outfits are, so I would say the styles that we have coming up really relate to me as a human being. They allowed me to pick my own clothes, which I'm like, yay. Also, I would say her activism. I relate to that a whole lot. What we don't have in common, she's very, she's not afraid to say her thoughts. I'm a little afraid to say my thoughts, just a little bit in certain situations. I'm a little scared, but I love that about Courtney, that she's so outspoken and she's so ready to fight what she believes in. And she's just amazing. And I'm so glad I get to play her.
I'm glad too. And I love that you just seem so happy in your role. I think that's the most important thing. Usually I think after a while, when I study actors and actresses, some of them are not even happy in the role they're doing. So to know that you are having some serious Black girl joy brings happiness to my heart. I'm just the questions in here. Let's see. There's a few people who want you to sing. Sing a little. No, we did. We
Wait,
went over.
can I just say something about my? Can I just say something really quick? They said they did us dirty in the clothes. But let me not.
That's why it's so great that now with where you guys are, you get to have a say in what you're going to be wearing, and hopefully with your makeup. You know, I think that's also important with Black actresses on set having a voice to be like, this doesn't fit me, my body, my style. So I'm happy for you in that one for sure.
They're so sweet. They're so sweet. They really allowed me to pick out my clothes for season 2. And I just want to say shout out to everybody on the costume crew for season 2. Y'all are chef's kiss. Like, I love y'all so much. They're amazing and so kind.
Someone said, what's your favorite place in Baltimore?
I remember I remember me and my friends, we would always go to Hot Skates. Do y'all go to Hot Skates? Shout out to everybody that went to Hot Skates. We would always go to Hot Skates. We would go on Friday, and that was the days where it was like lit. Like it was like people was getting down. But I'm not gonna say too much because I feel like I'm gonna share my age if I like say well.
She said, okay, I get you. Never mind. Someone asked, do we get to hear you sing more in season 2?
I cannot confirm or deny that. So
the 5th. Someone also asked, is there any new cast members coming in for season 2?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes,
cast members, people. So please be prepared.
Yes, we have Olivia Keegan, absolutely amazing. We have Roman Banks, absolutely amazing, and we have one of the judges on World of Dance that's coming, and I was just like, so it's about to be popping. Like a lot of stuff is about to switch. It's about to
up. Oh my goodness. And I know some of them are asking like, when are you guys going to be filming? But again, guys, everything is on standstill. I feel like in Hollywood, even movies are being pushed back dates to like 2021.
Yeah, I do not know.
We went over if there's going to be a tour. I definitely said I hope that they do it like the original cast did. I think that'd be amazing for you guys. And actually, do you guys get to play a part in some of the songwriting? Because now that I'm aware of you songwriting, would you ever suggest about you being a part of the actual songwriting process?
Oh my gosh, I would love to. I know Olivia wrote a song for season 1 that was an absolute hit. Shout out to that.
Oh.
Go stream it. And Josh and Olivia wrote a song together called Just for a Moment. Absolutely slayed it. Shout out to them. So season 2, I really hope, I don't know personally. I also can't spill too much tea, but I'm so down to write a song if they would let me. I'm so down.
I would love that for you. Actually, it's a really good question. Someone asked, if you could have any superpower, what would it be, Dara?
Oh my gosh. I was literally just watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like in my mind, I'm like, do I want to do earth bending, water bending? What do I want to do? I guess I would wanna like be like Storm and be able to like work with the lightning. Oh,
okay.
And like fly. That would be amazing.
For sure. Mine would be flying and probably mind reading because I'm nosy.
Yes! Oh my gosh. You should also add invisibility so like you could be there and be like,
you don't even know I'm there. And we're going to start wrapping up in a little bit. And I want to ask you too, someone said, oh, sorry, I lost my question. Will any of the original cast of High School Musical ever show up on the actual series?
Oh, like season 1?
No, of the movie. Of the movies.
Oh, but like
Zach, Vanessa, all of them. Do you think that they'd ever come to season 2 or even and do something with you guys?
That is above my pay grade. I do not know. They don't let us read the scripts beforehand, so I do not know.
Guys, I'm trying to get these exclusives for you, but Dara's really good on keeping these secrets. They're asking a lot of good questions, though. And
they be getting the tea. They try to get the tea out of me every time I go live, and I almost be slipping, and I'm like, oh.
They do. They're coming hard. It's blowing up in here with the questions. And someone asked, did you have to do your own makeup for season 1?
No, I didn't. I had we have a makeup crew, and I was, someone did do my makeup. But yeah, it was really interesting because I never normally use oranges or pink. So it was like a experiment. It was fun.
And I can't wait to see more with those outfits for season 2. Let's see what
I'm so excited to show the outfits. I'm so excited.
My last question for you would be, through everything, mental health is important. How do you keep your mental health top priority, and how would you suggest to your fans during these very hard times? We're outside is slowly opening up in some places. What advice would you give to them?
I would say, keep learning about yourself. Take time for yourself, take time to care for yourself, and know that mental health is just as important as physical health. And you have to take those moments to really evaluate your emotions and your mindset, because it is so important, especially now that we're in quarantine and everything. So just take time to care for yourself and acknowledge that if there is a problem, then there is a problem.
Definitely. I love that. And I don't know if I put you on the spot or not, but can we get a tune? Can we get a closing scene?
Yes. What should I sing? Okay, I'll sing I have not warmed up, so if she cracks,
that's you. It's okay.
Okay. I'll sing Raindrops, I guess, from Ariana Grande.
Hey.
Who I'm nervous. Okay. When raindrops fall down from the sky, the day you left me, an angel cried. Oh, she cried. An angel cried. She cried. Woo! Thank you.
Girl.
I probably changed the whole key. It's so deep.
The angels are singing. They are singing. Guys, I thank you so much for watching. Where is the buzz? Dara, Renee, you are just talented. Just so much fun. Thank you so much. I had really, really great time getting to meet you and interviewing you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. I wish you the best. And to everyone, to Disney's fans, to Dara's fans, to Where's the Buzz fans, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting, and stick around for our next one. Dara, enjoy your day, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Where's the buzz?
Oh, yeah.
Where is the buzz you said was mine?